There we go. Let's get this one recorded. And happy May Day. And this is kind of our welcome to 7K, how we get started. And let me just welcome you to the greatest opportunity of your lifetime. And I sincerely mean that. Now, I want you to just understand you're going to be acquiring gold and silver at cost, and you're going to get paid for it. Now, that's quite a concept. And your main focus is to form a bond with your sponsor, and make a commitment and make a team, and then start building your teams left and right together. And hopefully you'll be introduced to my total system. You'll go through all the training. You'll learn the skills, attitudes, and techniques it takes to be immensely successful, because it's always worth it. Just think, if you could work part-time for 3 to 5 years and develop a residual stream of income for the rest of your life. But that's pretty cool. And just think, if you could do some learning for just 2 years and get to earn while you learn, and you develop the skills, attitudes, and techniques, and you hone in and you get those fine-tuned, even though they seem to be very kind of simplistic, and they seem to be a lot of you just duplicating the same thing and doing it over, but you get better and better at it, because that is the factors of success. And if you will do that, and then you apply those skills, attitudes, and techniques doing those same IPAs, income producing activities, that we teach you exactly how to do. We've got the handbook of success. We've got the recipe for success. All you've got to do is learn it and then follow it. And I'll guarantee you that pie and cake turns out delicious and precisely the same way all the time, a residual income for the rest of your life, because you got the right company at the right time with the right products and the right people. And we've got all the factors of success behind us. It's just a matter of needing more people to achieve it. And that's what our job is. We build a team. And together as a team, we achieve more. Together, everyone achieves more. Team. TEAM. I'm going to share my screen. I'm going to just kind of get a couple of things going here at the same time. I'm going to go back to this. Very first thing I want to do is say, if you're a new member, you should have already, if you're already enrolled and you're a new member, you should have already received at least the first three it's 4 emails. And if you haven't, immediately contact your sponsor, have your sponsor contact them. And this is an absolute essential. And then you must form a file just like this, because it's going to be, this right here would have detailed exactly what you needed to do after you logged in and went into your back office, and how to sign up your family business back if you're going to do one. And you will eventually do one. It's just a matter of when. I know you may not have done it already, but you will. You'll see, because you'll spend $199 to make $500, because anybody would. Now, I don't put it that way normally when we're talking to prospects. I do it in a way that's an absolute yes, no-brainer answer. But I like to do reality and training. Okay, who wouldn't spend $199, sign up their spouse if they needed another active on the opposite side to qualify as an associate to make a $500 check or flush their volume? Everybody would. And you get a coin to boot. And so this is going to tell you how to go in the profile and get your phone number and your email address by checking the box and then saving it, because the company will not do this. So if you had this email and you didn't read it, that is one of the factors of failure. we got to follow the recipe. Okay. You want to follow the factors of success. And that's just kind of doing the simple things it takes to be successful. Discipline yourself to do the simple things that it takes to be successful. And this isn't long reading, I promise you. Okay. Then, and we're going to actually go in and show you how to do this on your thing, but I want to show you where it comes from, and then you keep a file like this, and then when you are signing in someone, then up here you just you forward it, and you take out the forwarding out, and you back out George's name, and you put your name, because see, it's all my email. It's not yours, it's mine. Okay, and all you do is forward it, and then you get to blame everything on me. Okay, that's fine. And it also gives them an introduction to me through you, and that's how we really create our big family together. Okay, now you will also, you should have all 7 of these if you've been signed in the business within 5 days. So if you don't have all 7 of them, get them send you all 7 of them. And who do you contact? Your sponsor, your sponsor, sponsor, your sponsor, sponsor, until you even get to George. But please do not ask me for them. I quit sending them out a long time ago because I sent them to every one of my sponsors, people I personally sponsored, and then I asked them to duplicate this process. Duplication is by far the single greatest factor of huge success in networking. And if you don't duplicate, you won't exponentiate. And you want to exponentiate. Now what's all that stuff? Well, I'm going to show you just a second. Okay. So that's number 1. I want to get you that. I'm going to go close this up, and we're going to go right to my profile. And in fact, let's log out of my profile. Let me go to kind of a PJR3. Let me just do this one. Okay. And that doesn't, oh, it's got a pretty good bit of volume in that. Look at that. Okay. Let's go to this profile. So when you log in, you'll come into your dashboard, you'll go to my account, and you can click your different links that you can go to, and you want to have been given a tour of your website. And right now in our Hawaii group business, I've asked George to, every one of you, when you sponsor someone new, text me their contact information. I give it to George. I ask George to make sure that that person is contacted. I typically will contact them also and welcome them to our team and send them a welcome little text. Many of you have received that from me. If you're new and you hadn't received it, it's because your information has not been given to me, so I couldn't call you and welcome you personally, or leave a message on your voicemail when I couldn't talk to you personally. So that's part of duplication. And then I asked George to come and give you a website walkthrough and show you many of the things we're about to do right now. But one of the things when he does that is to make sure that you've gone into your profile, you check and make sure your address is correct. Because if it's not correct, and if it's not verified, then you need to change it. You just simply click on an ad, put a new one in, make it default, and then take the old one out. You can actually use this for many reasons. You can ship things to other people if that is the default address, or you can have different addresses, and in your shopping cart, you can choose an address and buy things and ship things to different people. That's pretty cool. There's a lot of things you'll learn. You want to make sure your username, you want to make sure your credit cards are right. You can add different credit cards, debit cards, different forms of payment. You want to make sure your phone number is correct. And what you want to do is you want to click on edit, and then you see this one isn't done. So you want to click on edit. That's why I wanted to use it, by the way. And you click on this little check and you save changes. Then you click on the email address, you click on this little box, and you save changes. Now, that is going to end up showing at the very bottom of the website. Now, see, I saved it, but the server's got to turn over, and it's got to turn over through different servers. So somewhere in the next 20 minutes to 3 hours, the name, phone number, and email address will appear at the bottom of the website, and that's what you want to happen. Okay, since I did that, I'm going to undo this one. And because you can actually undo things, because I'm going to use this as my future training. And by the way, you can change your username here, but if you got cards and things printed, you can change that anytime you want. But if you got cards and emails and things that have been done, you got to go make sure you change, because your username is your website address. Your username is your ID in this company. So I'm going to undo it. Look what I can just do. Save changes. Now it's not going to show up on the bottom of the website. And now if we find that we can find you in a downliner, and we click on your name, we go to your website address, and there's no, well, we have no way of contacting you, no way of helping you if you're in our group, George and I. And so this is part of duplication that we want you to do as you first come into the business. The next thing that we want you to do is, looking at your dashboard, we want you to see that you can go to training, and you can see you need to activate this membership. Now this is where George can help you and your sponsor can help you if they're in that mode. We kind of like people to stay in the great building mode and have group training locally, where we're doing these things about getting apps and things installed on your thing. But really, real quick, you want to go to training, and you click here, and it's going to take you to a whole different website. Oh, only members to subscribe to, okay. I forgot, I didn't log out and log back in. Okay, y'all see this thing here? Only members who subscribe to our Business Builder 2s may launch the training book. Remember when I told you the difference between a $199 and a $499? $199, you get teased by getting all the training and all the tools for 3 months, free. After that, shut off. You got to pay a fee, a monthly fee if you want that. Yeah, you can build a business at $199 and get paid, but you're going to also pay a lot of fees for a lot of tools, okay? And so that is the difference, in addition to the coins that you get, in addition to the pre-printed materials that you get. So your $499 package is a deal versus the $199 if you're going to build a business. Now, for people who are, and everybody says they don't have any money, but that's not true. Everybody's got a credit card. Our job is to get your money back before your credit card bill comes in. And if you build a business the way we build it, you will. Business family pack on back left and business family pack on the right. And then we help them get a business family pack. And in 4 weeks or 4 months, you're going to make $3,750 as you rank up to bronze. And it's just up to you how fast you want to go. Or do it 1 week like Wayne Clark did with me. Okay, so I'm going to have to go to another site that I know. Let's go to Pamela's website. And then let's go to her training, because see, we got a $4.99 there. We got a $4.99 on mine, and $4.99 on our other one. So we go to training center. Once you get into your training center, then there's one thing I like to show you is this is your file vault. And in your file vault, you're going to have every tool you need to download. PDFs, PowerPoints, logos, Facebook skins, covers, photos, promos, pay quicker help, share plan, sound money plan, wealth strategies. And you got it in Spanish and in English, and the 90-day to silver plan if you want to win that 100-ounce silver bar. And you can just click on things like that one, and then click on the PDF, and then you can download the PDF. Okay, gives you the rules of it, and same thing with each one of the presentations. The presentation I give, I do it through PDF, or you can do it through the PowerPoint or through the the Apple type program. Well, that's the file vault. And see, if you're $199 member, you don't have access to any of that, unless you got it and captured it all before your 3 months were up. And then you click on, this is what we want most people to do and what your assignment is. Okay, we want you, the very first thing to do is go through onboarding. Okay, that's a 20-minute video. It's going to introduce you to the company. We want you to go through the Wealth System app and how to download it and how to put it on to your phone and how to use it real quick. Then we want you to do quick start training. And again, that's 17 minutes. That is a real great introduction to what we're talking about. And then the other thing we want you to do is your website walkthrough. Okay. And the website walkthrough, I like to click on and show you. Those are the very first things you should do. Okay. And you can get all of that completed in about an hour and a half total. And yes, you should just eat that and go right through that. That's going to give you a quick introduction to everything. And the other thing is Sound Money Wallet 1 and Sound Money Wallet 2. And you want to watch these 2 short videos in addition to what's in your website. And so you got the 7K app, Sound Money Wallet. These are things you got to get done in your website. And so now we're going to go back to our website, and I'm going to stop and come back because I want to make sure that you are seeing on my screen the thing that I want you to see. Sometimes when I change tabs and do that, it doesn't always share properly. Okay, so we're back at the website. I am logged in still. Notice I just opened up another tab. Since I did not log out, when I went to that other website, it kept my office open. And if I had just come in here and typed in another person's name and I wanted to enroll somebody, I'm going to actually enroll them on my site because the back office takes precedence over front office. And so you got to always watch when you are signing up people and they're enrolling and you clicked on get started and you go through and continue. Now you notice you can do these things And you don't have to, I'm just doing them in practice. And this is the key. Whenever somebody is enrolling, you make sure this sponsor is the right sponsor. That is your responsibility. And it's your responsibility to tell the person that you're enrolling, make sure my name, give them the name, whatever your user ID, your name has got to come up there. Your name on the account that you use. And if it was to be happy, then you better say the sponsor has to be to be happy. Okay? Because if it's not, say, quit, call me. Don't sign because they're enrolling under somebody else. Okay. Very, very important thing here. And by the way, this is the name on their account. It's not where they want it shipped to. Yeah, that's to, but this is the name on their account. If they are signing in on a company name, then just divide it into two parts. You know, like me, did you see mine? I do DDD Inc. hyphen Bob Reed. So I put DDD Inc. hyphen, and then over here I put Bob Reed. Okay. So I put my name with my account. You don't have to. I could have put DDD and Inc. over here. Yeah, that would have worked. I could have put DD and D Inc. right there. I could have done the same thing. D space D, D Inc. Okay, that would have worked too. Okay, so that's very important that we do that. Another thing I like to address right up the front when I'm teaching this, is I like for you to look at this when you're here, and I want you to look, and this is everywhere we're doing business. You can sign people up everywhere. Notice we are in the Virgin Islands, we're in Puerto Rico, we're in the Northern Mariana Island, we're in all the U.S. protectorates, we're in Guam, we're in the Federated States of Micronesia, the District of Columbia. We're in all of the Marshall Islands. So we're open in all 50 states and every protectorate of the U.S. And we're also open if you click on the flag up here when they come in. When they come in, they got to go log out. And when you send your website to a person, okay, and if you click on the flag right here, if they live in another country, they need to click on that flag, and then they need to choose the country where they have an address that they're residing, or where they want to sign in and they have a tax ID and an address. And so that is the way we sign in to the business right now. And notice we're open in Canada for over a year. We're open we just recently opened in the United Kingdom and in Ireland and in Australia, then New Zealand, and now Singapore. And so those are the countries we're located in, and all 50 states and all U.S. protectorates. So that gives us how to get started in our first 90 days. The next thing is to get into my system and work with your sponsor. And let me just kind of share what we do in our very beginning as we're starting you up. We want you to tell you in my system to understand it, because I said you should be introduced to my system. This is the other sheet of paper you should be getting. You should be given the 2 years to learn, 3 to 5 years to build a big business. You are at the right place at the right time. No matter what profession we choose, we want to do an education, learn a job. Anything we do in life, we've got to learn. And We recognize that, we agree on that. You get that agreement between you and the person you're sponsoring while you're looking at this piece of paper together. And then you understand, if you want to be, if you do to be an engineer, it takes years of education, then years of work before you actually get the big income. You want to be a doctor, you're talking about 8 to 10 years of education and training before you start working and make a real income. If you want to be an electrician, you got to go to school. You got to learn the codes. You got any trade, carpenter, pipe fitter, boilermaker rigger, you name it, operating big equipment. Anything you do in life, you've got to learn. Now, and to earn the big money, it takes effort. Just to earn an income, a salary, and a job, you got to show up and you got to be there, and it still takes effort. And you might hate it for 40 years, 8 to 5, 5 days a week. The 40-40-40 plan. What network marketing is like any other career in one way. It takes time to achieve a high degree of success. However, network marketing is different from most other careers in one important way. Once you establish your business, you can get paid whether you're working or not for a very, very long period of time. So here with 7K, let me tell you what that means. And this is what you got to have an agreement with. It means that if you take 2 years to learn the skills, attitudes, and techniques, and you get to earn while you learn, and you make a committed effort at it, and then you start applying those skills, effort, attitudes, and techniques and doing the same IPAs that you did in that 2-year period, except now you're a lot better at them. For the next 3 to 5 years, the worst you're going to end off at is $500 a week for the rest of your life. Now, is that so bad? What else could you even compare it to? You couldn't do any kind of investment. You couldn't do anything that give you that kind of return. You get an agreement with that, with the person you sponsor. And so now what's it take? It's going to take your job description. And this is your job description. I'm going to tell you what your job description is right now. Is you got to commit 5 to 10 hours a week for 2 years. And as your sponsor, I want to know, are you going to commit that? How much time are you going to commit? Are you going to do 5, 10, or how much? How much are you going to commit? And get an answer. It's like being blood brothers and sisters here. And with that, the people I personally sponsor, I'm able to determine how serious they are. I don't care how busy they are. I've sponsored some of the most busy people in the world. Had no time. Danny Clements was one. If you've seen his testimony of recent, he's now president of the largest single development and contracting company in New Mexico, and he's the president of that. He still finds time, cracks in a day, to do 7K. And he does my system. And he's being rewarded for it, he and his wife and his family, handsomely. Anybody can make excuses, and everybody has them. But that's part of failure. Successful people don't make excuses. They find ways to do it. So it's just which one do you want to be? Which one do you choose to be? Because it's your choice. And yes, please have this conversation with you and your person you just sponsored. Don't worry. If you think they'll get mad at you, then they're not a serious player with you anyway. They're just a customer. We care about them, but that's not your partner. You need a partner on your left and a partner on your right to truly team up and build this business with you. Because it will make a difference in your and their families' financial lives forever. until the return of our King, our real King. So that commitment that's the learning phase. Nah, you get to earn what you learn here, but that's the learning phase. And you will develop the skills, attitudes, and techniques. So what do you do in this 5 to 10 hours? And I want 10 hours out of you. Minimum. Minimum. That's a commitment. Like the hog makes to your breakfast, not that stupid chicken. That chicken just contributes to the breakfast. That hog made a real commitment to your breakfast. That's the kind of commitment I want from people I sponsor. Expose to business people 5 people a day, 5 days a week. Yep. This should not take you longer than 30 minutes. If you're doing longer than 30 minutes on that, you are not doing the business. You're not doing it right. You're talking too much. You're saying too much. You are sifting through people to find people who are interested and who are looking. That's the first thing you do. As fast and as rapidly as you can. That's why I do 5 people a day, 5 days a week. That's 25 people. You're going to go through 100 people in your first month if you're doing it part-time. And if you're not going through 100 people in your first month, then you really don't want to make a whole bunch of money at this. Or you figure that you can do it your way. You know better. No. This is proven. I've done it once in the 90s when I had a fire in my belly to make the money, but money is not what drives me. Helping people learn how to be all they can, that God's made them to be, given the opportunity, given they have the opportunity to put in their hand. God put this opportunity in your hand now. You're going to make the most of it. Now that's up to you. So what do we do in this 10 hours? Yeah, you're going to watch a lot of videos. You're going to learn. And if you watch these videos, you got to watch these videos over and over and over. So you got a lot of them to watch first. So don't watch a lot of them over and over and over until you watch them all. Okay? And so that's what you do in 2 years. So I want you to have watched every video on that corporate training site and the ones that I'm talking about. None of that stuff you pay for. I don't want you paying a dime. I can train you on everything and give you free resources. Don't go paying money for these motivational speakers and people who did it one time and now they make all their money because you know why? Most of them can't do it again. Now I've done it twice. And I really want you to understand, it's not for me to brag. I'm not doing this. It is to impress upon you. I know what I'm talking about. You take advice from people who have been there, done that, and achieved it, and not trying to make money off of you. I'm not trying to make a penny off anybody. All my training is free. All my mentoring is free. I don't charge for coaching. You find somebody else that's going to do that, that's been truly successful. That's why our team achieves more than many other teams. We have that philosophy that pervades our group. You're going to do this and you're going to watch these videos over time, at least 7 times each. If you don't know the words that's coming out of the mouth on that video before, and you say, that's boring. I get bored. Well, if getting a lifetime residual income is boring to you, I can't help you. I'm sorry. I just know what the recipe is. And if it's simplistic and if it's boring, and if being able to develop a lifetime residual income in 3 to 8 years is boring to you, then you're a great friend and customer. That's all I can say, because it's this simple. And I hate to use that word simple, but it is. It's a recipe, and you got to learn how to follow that recipe precisely. And it is what you say and how you say it. but you learn how to do it over time and through practice and through failure. Yes, I want I want you to fail a lot in this 2 years. If you're one of these people that's never had success in network marketing before, you need to fail a lot more. But this one, you're going to win. And I have people winning long before that 2 year period that are following my system. You'll see testimony after testimony in my group. So this is where you spend your time. I like 30 minutes, and I'm talking about undivided time. Not with everybody running around, not with TV on, not with radio on, not music on, not with conversation, not with your phone and your texting. I'm talking about undivided attention. That's learning time. Well, there's 2.5 hours right there, 5 days a week. Yeah, there's 2.5 hours. Learning. I want you to attend an opportunity meeting and training like this. Okay, this is where the bulk of your time is spent here, not there. Isn't that amazing? Now, you're going to build a list of 100 immediately. Your first day in this business, you should have been asked to build a list of 100 people, and you got them all in here, right here, in this thing right there, that phone. Okay. And in that phone, you got more than that. And the associate training that I refer to, you go to that, and that's that list building. So I want you to write them down. I want you to get a 8.5 by 11 spiral notebook, brand new sheet paper notebook, and start writing names, just names. You'll fill them out and put the information in here, but I want you to list the name. And that first 25 is I want people you love and care about the most, because you're going to take that family too, you know, and you put those in, and we're going to take this to them first this way, the way we do it, because we're giving them first chance to say no. And we're going to do it quick. We're not going to try and convince them and all that kind of stuff. We're going to just go really through it and just let them know we're giving them first chance to say no. Yeah, but the only thing I want you to do is impress upon them they got to watch the video, because if they don't have to watch the video, they don't have enough information to say no. So that's the only thing we got to do, and learn how to do that. And that way you can always say when you're successful, well, I told you so. They can't blame you. You didn't come to them first because you did. The next 25 is the 25 people you really think, top people you want on your team. You're going to go through that very fast too, because you're looking for one on your left, one on your right. And we want to get them today, tomorrow. We want to get them as fast as possible, those two. And we're going to keep going through that 25 list. Then we're going to make next 25, next 25, and that's what we're going to be doing. And you're going to eventually, in this 2-year period, I no longer have to teach this part. It's right there in your associate training, list building, all the tools, all the things. You're going to spend 15 minutes a day, undivided attention, using those list building techniques and build. And you must build a list of 500 people, written down, and then put into your phone, and ultimately upload it into your app. And every person that's done that in my business has made over $1,000 a week average. Every person. Not one single person that's done what I've said here on this job description that's done it has not made over $1,000 a week already in this business. It's just the people who refuse to do the simple things I say to do. Or it takes longer for it to sink in to do it. Everybody thinks they can skate by and do it the other way. Trust me, if I had to do it, you have to do it. And so this ends up being your time. See, that's 2.5 hours. You got a half hour to company call every Monday night. And if you miss it, it's your responsibility to watch it, because they record them all and you want to watch it. And then you got a half hour to an hour that you do in an opportunity meeting. But basically I say, this is about 2.5 hours a week. This is about 2.5 hours a week. That's your 5 hours. And then you got 15 minutes a day here. And that basically about an hour, about an hour a week is what I look at it. And then the rest of the time you're spending here in piquing people's interest, answering questions, doing three-way, following up, and learning how to do it the right way. Then you have a plan for doing your business, how you build your business left and right. I give you an organizational plan, and this is your business family back at the top. You sponsor left and you sponsor right, and you build, and we'll teach you about building your rank ahead of your organization. Give you a quick rule. You want to build this top center in your business family pack left and right until you're making a $500 check every week, 6 weeks in a row. And then we'll show you how to work one of your leverage centers and make double income. Pretty powerful, leveraged income. But you got to make 500 a week, 6 weeks in a row. It's a rule. And if you break and violate the rule, if your business is not working for you or you start having problems in it, please don't come asking me why it's not working. It's because you violated a simple principle, people helping people and building a big long-term residual income and team that you got enough numbers in it that starts self-duplicating. That's why. Now, this is that power of exponentiation that I talk about. Yeah. See, you got to have enough numbers for that to start working, and this will work. And your real key here, right here, is you get your 2. And if you get your fruit in that first day, that first week, first day, first week, first month, the faster the better. But you're looking for that one on the left, one on the right that's really going to partner with you. And let's just take, if you did this in 12 weeks, that's 3 months. That's what I did in 1996, except I had 5,000 people there. And I made $1 million a year for more than 4 years. And I helped thousands of people make more money part-time than made in their full-time job. Thousands, not just a couple of hundred, or not just 20 or 30, thousands made more money with me in that gold and silver business than they had in their full-time jobs. And they accumulated gold and silver. Changed a lot of people's lives. We're changing more in this because, see, we had the highest price gold and silver in the world. Our binary flushed every time we made our cycles. It had no residual, no pullover. We've got the world by the tail here. This is going to be a huge monster company. It's your responsibility to learn it. Not your sponsor's responsibility. It's your responsibility to learn it. It's your responsibility to hook up with your sponsor, hook up with your team. Break at a time, a day at a time. That's how we build. What if it took you 12 years to do this? Just think, when you got just in the process over this 2 years of learning, and you end up with 100 people on your left team and 100 people on your right team, and maybe you only have one on the left and one on the right, but you got 100 people on your left team and your right team down here, just ordering that 20-point coin. They are in the 15, 20, or 30. So let's just do average, easy math. 20 times a 100, and 20 times a 100 is 2,000 divided by 4 weeks. They don't order in the same way. That's 500 points on average. That's a $500 check for the rest of your life, for the rest of your week. And then one in the next 3 to 5 years, when you got better skills, better attitudes, and you're doing the same thing, and you're going back to many of the people that you talked to before, because see, I believe in 7. You will talk to people not 7 times, one repetitive time after another. You will talk to everybody on that 500 list 7 times over a period of 3 years. Yeah, you go back to the well because people's lives change and you got better skills. You got proof that it works now. You're living proof. Hey, and then what if that after 2 years that organization turns into 1,000 people on your left team and 1,000 people on your right team? That's 1,000 times 20, that's 20,000 points. That's 5,000 on average a week. You better be a silver. No, you better be a gold. Silver only makes 3,500. You'll be flushing some. You better be a gold because you make 7,000 a week. But that's just the points of the coin that's being purchased. And that's happening to so many people right now in 4.5 years. Just look what it's going to be in the next 10 years with this company as we go and ping pong around the world. But what if you only had one on your left and one on your right? That's a $500 residual check for the rest of your life. And you got a lot of motivation to step up to the plate and turn that check automatically into a $1,000 check because you got the volume, or automatically into a 2,000 check because you already got the volume. All you got to do is help someone rank up and you rank up. Learn the rank up system. That's the exponentiation. That's the power. That's how with this company, you, through helping other people change their financial lives, will change your financial life and create generational wealth for you and your family. And it's all in attitude. You got to plaster this on your bathroom mirror and on your refrigerator door. I've got it sitting right here in my office. I look at it every morning. I read it every morning. In fact, I read it multiple times in a day. And this is part of the system. You got to start your day off reading this. Then you got to open up the Bible and just read 15 minutes. That's where you get the skills, attitudes, and technique. Doesn't matter what religion you are. Doesn't matter if you're an atheist and you're agnostic. You still get the Bible and read it. That's where you're going to get the skills, attitudes, and techniques and all those leadership things you're willing to pay these other people for, but it's free right there. Believe me, just do my system for 2 years and you'll see. And then you'll get what you need. Belief in our new profession. Remember direct marketing. We are changing. Join our mission. See, we're on a mission. I'm on a mission. Roger Ball, the four co-founders of this company, is on a mission. They're changing that network marketing industry for the better with a new model. Member direct marketing, our model, 7K's model. And you got to believe, until you believe in this, the people you're trying to get you to join it, they don't know you don't believe in it. You're just trying to, you're hoping that it's working. You got to believe in it like I believe in it. Believe in the business building system itself. That's my system. I'm just showing it to you. And then the basic training is all in some case, highly duplicatable. We got our basic training inside the model. And the belief in you. God brought this to you. He delivered it to you. He sent a messenger to get you to listen. You did. You had open ears. You joined. Now, let us help you be all God made you to be and to achieve here in the financial kingdom with His money, gold and silver. Can you believe we're going to get paid for saving gold and silver, for accumulating wealth, for securing our financial future a little bit at a time? Because with 7K, for the first time in history, through our Sound Money wallet and vault, even an hourly worker making minimum wage can buy $10 a month of gold or silver and accumulate it incrementally in his wallet. And when he gets a 1 ounce coin, then he can have it shipped to him. Unbelievable. And just think about as we expand around the world, there are so many people that just never even had the opportunity, even the thought about being able to own gold and silver. And because 7K will make that possible, only for those who give it a shot. But there are going to be many people with open ears, open eyes, open minds, and open hearts around the world. And we are the ones that want to touch them. I hope that gave you a good start and a welcome to the financial opportunity of your lifetime. And I'm going to let you know that I'm available to help each and every one of you. And I look forward to meeting you all in Salt Lake, and get to Salt Lake and get to the company, kick the tires, see it's all real in Idaho Falls, Idaho. And I'm going to take questions from you.